many January 6 rioters they're flying high with Donald Trump entering back into the White House because they think now they're going to be returned to their previous position in society. No consequences, no responsibility for what they did. I mean, Donald Trump didn't have any consequences. Why should they, I guess? And bear in mind, there's a reason they're excited. Donald Trump had said multiple times that he would absolutely pardon January 6 rioters. He promised to free them on his first day. And he called that day the day hundreds and hundreds of them sacked the Capitol and beat more than 100 cops into the hospital with their bare hands and fire extinguishers and flagpoles. That's a day of love. He called them warriors. Well, I mean, they were trying to kill people. I suppose to some extent they were warriors. They just weren't on our side. But anyway, he also called them hostages. Okay, all of this is absolutely twisted. He's doing a great job so far. Well, now they're saying they're expecting the pardon to come soon. Derek Evans is one. He was part of the West Virginia legislature. He stormed the Capitol. He said a pardon will be life-changing. I believe he's a man of his word, and it will be life-changing. Maybe not as immediately life-changing as being killed as part of the mob. That was very life-changing. Maybe not having like your skull cracked open and being sent to the hospital. Maybe for the cops who were so affected by what they experienced that they took their life within a few days of the event. That was more life-changing, but yes, I think the pardon would be pretty life-changing too. Jake Lang tweeted, "I'm coming home. The January 6th political prisoners are finally coming home. In the mighty name of Jesus, take these shackles off my feet." I think if you're one of these people, you should probably hope that Jesus is just like a thing we came up with, because I don't think he'd be on your side considering what you did. But anyway, all of them are super excited. They think they're going to get pardoned. And like I said, he said he would pardon them. I also think it would be utterly hilarious if he turned his back on them right now and didn't pardon them after all of that. There's no reason to. There's nothing that he loses by pardoning them at this point. So why wouldn't he do it? But it would be funny. And he does love backstabbing people who trust him. So Sharon, what do you make of all this?
I think you're right. He'll do it just because he wants to let out criminals who look a certain way, okay? But the other part of this is he doesn't care anything about them either. He doesn't need their vote, okay? He's not gonna be president again after this, thank goodness. So he doesn't need them and he doesn't care. You think he's just gonna change the Constitution or something? Okay, is it too consecutive? God forbid.
No. I don't think he's gonna run again, but not because like that would be violating the norms. I think it's because he's going to be busy being entombed at that point. But
I don't think it's to the end of the term. Sure. But yeah, listen, is he gonna let anybody else out of jail or only when Kim Kardashian comes to town?
I don't know.
Just the J6ers and the choir? But the other people wrongly accused and who's Kim and others are working for,
maybe he'll get involved with the Menendez thing. I think Kim's involved in that. Great series on Netflix. I don't know.
Did you watch it? I want to watch it.
I did watch it. I didn't watch the documentary. I watched the fictionalized one. But anyway, we're gonna end with this. So first of all, some who are still facing charges are trying to say it should be delayed because clemency might be coming, and thus far judges have been like, get the out of here. No, we're gonna put you in jail for like 2 days before you get off scot-free. Here is one person hoping against hope that Donald Trump does not do this. Mike Pence, who said, "At the end of the day, I'll always believe that by God's grace, we did our duty on January 6th to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. I don't think the president should pardon anyone who assaulted a police officer at the United States Capitol on January 6th. And he continues, "Karen and I are literally praying that President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect Vance will stand on the commitments that they will make when they raise their right hand on that day. And with God's grace and the support of the American people, I believe they will." I apologize. I have often been very critical of right-wing comedy, but that was pretty good. They're going to make commitments. They're going to raise their hand and say words. And that will soften their hard hearts. Their heart will grow 6 sizes that day, and suddenly they will no longer look on the Constitution with disdain, and Vance will stop lying about every goddamn thing he believes to say whatever he needs to get power and money and influence, and they'll become good men at long last. Yes, Mike Pence, I think that's how this story ends. You deluded old fool. Any final thoughts?
Mike Pence, I just don't want to hear from him. And frankly, Karen, I don't want to hear from either one of them. He's not, I've said this before, he's not a hero. He did what he was constitutionally obligated to do, and he tried not to do it. He called, what's his face, the misspelled potato VP. And he said, you got to do this. So I don't know why he's putting out statements. He's been rejected, okay? I don't want him, an AI version of him. He's going to behave just like he behaved, Mike, when you hooked up with him and went on this presidential run, and then all of you infected the White House. That is how Donald Trump's going to behave. So thank you. Miss me, Mike.
100%. He's going to be terrible. That's what he's going to be. We know that. It's too late. And JD Vance, we haven't known him for as long, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to be the worst you can possibly imagine, and a lot that you cannot. I was thinking about it. I was trying to figure out, like, there's anything that we agree on or have in common. I think the one thing is that JD Vance, perhaps even more than me, is looking forward to the day that Donald Trump loses his battle with a box of McNuggets. But other than that, nothing in common. He's gonna be the worst. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.